Abigail Zwerner is not speaking publicly tonight, but her lawyers are. Joining us now are attorneys Diane Toscano and Jeffrey Breit. Thank you so much for making time for us today. I know it's been a busy day. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Of course. Jeffrey, I will start with you. First, how is your client doing? How is Abby doing tonight?
She's with her family. She's happy. She's relieved. She's relaxed. A lot of pressure over a lot of months. And so just to have this done and have it done well, I think she's very, very happy to be with her sister and her mother and the rest of her family.
You know, after hearing that testimony, that's absolutely what she deserves. Diane, you said today you're very happy with the verdict, but you were originally seeking $40 million in damages. Does $10 million, is that sufficient for all the pain that Abigail is enduring and will continue to throughout her life?
And that's a great question. Right now, we are still dealing with post-trial motions after the jury verdict. So we do come back in front of the judge who will then issue a judgment for that verdict. So at this time, I'm not going to get into a lot about the amount that was awarded, but I can tell you Abby was so glad to be able to get this before a jury, to get this trial heard, and we were very happy with the verdict coming back in her favor.
And Jeffrey, it took a long time to get here. Your team has been waiting for justice. This shooting happened 2 years ago. Do you have any concerns that the ex-assistant principal could appeal the decision that was made today?
Well, first of all, it's 2 years and 3/4 of another year. And I would expect an appeal. I think the school board and its lawyers and the insurance carriers have made a decision that, quite frankly, most of the people in Newport News disagree with. I thought this case would have been resolved after 2 years of litigation. It was not. And so if there is an appeal, I think the law is on our side. The judge thought the law was on our side. That's why we're here in a jury trial for damages. And so I'm not going to be worrying about what they do on appeal. They do what they need to do, but we'll be ready to arm ourselves to get ready to fight the fight.
Jeffrey, I want to go back to something you said before, that this was the first televised civil case, at least that you know of. Why was that important to do, and what kind of precedent do you hope it makes going forward?
Well, first of all, we were talking about Virginia and the televised cases, and I just think the significance of this shooting in a school where teachers, children, other people around the school were all at risk. And I think the significance is the fact that we need to make school security the most important thing we can do for our children and our teachers. And I think this judgment today from this jury tells administrators across the country, make safety the most important thing in our school so that kids can get an education and teachers can be safe.
Yeah, I've been following this case and what's been going on in the courtroom, and that's exactly what you two were displaying there to the jury. Diane, the criminal case against the ex-assistant principal, that's set to begin later this month. How do you hope this verdict will go into that case or will lead into that case?
I'm not weighing in on that case. That's something that the prosecutors and the criminal defense attorney are going to handle. I will tell you, Abby is a witness in the case, so we will be there one of those days. She'll be testifying as a witness, but she's not the actual victim of that case. So I'm not going to weigh in on what happens and what should happen in that criminal case. I'm focused on the fact that we took this case to trial for Abby, her civil lawsuit, and we got a verdict in her favor, and we're very happy about that.
Fair enough. Jeffrey, the civil case focused a lot on Zwerner's mental anguish, her physical pain. We heard it in that testimony. You said a lot of this was foreseeable. How should schools learn from this incident with your client?
Well, first of all, I think school security, whether it's an individual shooting event like this one or the mass shooting events, which have done so much damage to our country, this needs to be a focus. Teachers need to be able to come to school. Students need to be able to go to school, and parents need to understand that we're getting an education and we're not going to worry about our children in a school atmosphere. So administrators around the country now need to understand they can be and will be held accountable, and that's what this jury told them. And so the responsibility falls with them. This verdict from this jury told everybody in the country, let's make safety first and get back to doing what we do in the schools, which is teach the children in a safe environment.
Diane, there's also an interesting twist that if the assistant principal is found guilty in the criminal trial, insurance may have a case to get out of paying Zwerner the $10 million in the civil case that was decided today. Do you have any concerns about that?
I really don't. We don't feel that that is a real concern. They've been fighting us at every turn about this case, and we're confident that we're going to be able to get a judgment against the insurance company.
I asked your partner the same thing, but what do you hope this case, what kind of precedent do you hope this case sets?
I hope that the schools across the nation are on notice that we have to take any type of threat serious. If there's a concern that there's a possibility that there's a gun on campus, then we need to investigate it and get to the very bottom of it. And I hope that this case sends that message so that all of our teachers, all of our students are protected in school. It's a shame. There are school shootings that can't be prevented. Nobody knows in advance. So when you have a case like this, where those facts are there, the concerns are there, and nothing's done, it's just unacceptable. And hopefully all the administrators, all the schools now understand that something will be done.
Well, we are certainly thinking of Abby tonight. I remember this case from 2 years ago, and it really is just very eerie, and I'm glad it worked out for her. Diane Toscano and Jeffrey Breit, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.